Welcome, friend. I can talk about a famous Kazakh writer. Abai Kunanbaiuly is one of Kazakhstan's best-known orators. But he was more than that. He was a poet, translator, composer, and philosopher. He was born near Semipolutinsk in the Chingiz Mountains in 1845, at a time when literature was becoming an important art form across the world. For his secondary education, B. went to a religious school where he studied Oriental classical literature. He also learned a number of languages, including Russian, Arabic and Persian, and Red Russian. Authors such as Tolstoy, Dostoevsky, Pushkin and Turgenev, however, left school when his father decided to train him to take over his rule leading the local community and to become beat of the family, although Onegin was one of 50 classic Russian works of literature. He accepted this role to begin with. It didn't interest him. He translated into Kazakh, and when he was 28 he decided he wanted to. Before Abai, stories were passed on by one person telling. Study literature instead.
Let me continue, Davis. There were no books of Kazakh stories, but Abai had a number of talents. He started writing poems. Changed that, and as a result, people often call him the. When he was only 12, but at first he did not sign. Founder of Kazakh literature, however, his most famous. Them in his own name. In fact, the first poem he wrote. Work, The Book of Words, is not a fictional story but in his own name was Summer, when he was 31. Book of his philosophical thoughts about Kazakh life. Like many of his poems, it was about Kazakhstan and how people should behave and what makes a wise man. Its people. Abai also translated number of poems from or woman. Because of this book, and because of the role, some of the great European poets, such as Goethe, Byron, played in the lives of his people remember. And Pushkin, the Russian poet, his translation of Eugene. Him as a spiritual leader in Kazakhstan. I suppose you listen attentively, then can you answer to this question? What do you know about Abai Kunanbaiuly? What is his most famous book called?